All right, what's up, Sisterhood team call? It is April 28th. So much exciting stuff going on. So we are going to do some announcements, but I will open it up for recognition first if anyone wants to take themselves off mute.
I'd love to go. I've been dying for this moment. My first working coach, Holly, has hit Emerald with this launch. For a lot of us, hitting Emerald kind of comes easy, and it didn't for Holly, and she pushed through, and I am so freaking proud of her being a new coach and trudging through those trenches to get momentum, and she's finally found it. And Holly, I am just so freaking excited for you, and there's so much more to come, girl.
All right, I want to go. I have a fun recognition. So my coach Celia turned Emerald. There's a bit of a glitch in the system. She turned last week, but it's official. And she got her first working coach that's joined the May Coach Mentorship. So I'm super excited for you, Celia. This has been so much fun doing this with you. I'm so glad that we started doing this together. And we had a big announcement at the end of last week. Celia and I decided to partner up and create Project Uplift. So we are fleeting the nest and finding our own community. So it's a whole lot of fun coming up our way.
I'll go. My heart is racing because this is my first shout out as well. Last week I had 0 coaches, and this week I have 2 coaches. Jennifer Matthews, she's not on the call tonight. She'll catch it tomorrow, but within 2 hours of deciding that she wanted to coach, she went Emerald. So super excited, super proud of Jennifer and just her crazy drive already for this business, and just excited to see how she continues with that zeal. And then for Rachel, who joined me with the Let's Get Up launch, she decided 2 days after that she wanted to start coaching just from the beginning of her journey. So that's super exciting for us as well. So she's been working her butt off this week. I'm proud of Rachel. I'm proud of you guys. I'm excited for both of you individually and then collectively as a team. Just super pumped to see what's going to happen.
All right, I have to follow that. Massive, massive congrats to Sherry for doing that. You guys, she had no working coaches, and now she has an Emerald coach and another Rachel, another amazing coach who is here for this and everything. I have 3 coaches that I really wanted to shout out that this week have just been busting their butts to hit diamond, and that's Sherry, Tammy Watson, and Lauren Gogo. I don't know if it's going to happen. We don't know. The night is still young. But I have to say, these ladies have put the foot to the floor. Like, they have really, really pushed, and I could not be more proud of them. I now understand that whole concept of how other people's success is almost better than your own. And so seeing Sherry flourish and seeing Lauren and Tammy hitting massive SC12 and just crushing it out the water, and Lauren hitting record SC, it's just so exciting for our team. So congrats, ladies.
I'll go. I just wanted to extend a warm welcome to Claire Jenkins. She is brand new, hit the ground running this week and already at SC6. So I see you. So cool. Sarah Bodway also sitting in SC for her her second week as a coach. Had a little snag last week with the back office, but she's officially turning Emerald tomorrow. And another big welcome to Jenna Nadon. She has been in our community for a long time, and I've been watching her, and I've known that she is just coach material, and finally, as of today, it's official that she's a coach with every effort, and we could not be more excited. So welcome.
I would love to welcome a new coach to Team Impact, Melanie Brown, Mel B in the house. She has been on my dream wish list forever, and I'm so happy to have her join us. She's an educator, a busy mama to 2 beautiful girls, and we're so happy to have you with us. Welcome.
I'll go real quick. Hold on, stopping my vehicle. Okay. I want to shout out, we have a new coach, Erica Doe. She's just getting started with us, and I'm so excited for her. She's just joining the May mentorship, and I think she's going to do amazing things. And it's just exciting having our little baby team start to grow. And I want to shout out Becky Lauer. She hit SC for her first month, and so now she's sitting in SC5, and we are screaming text messages back and forth to each other because we are just so excited. And then also Katie Wood. She's making those business moves, and she just got her family signed up, and she's going to be going Emerald. And every time I talk about Katie, she just goes and does everything else, and I don't even know what to say about her because she's just been so amazing, and she's transforming, and like so quickly. It shocks me seeing her Instagram every day. So Katie, I love you, and I just love that we're doing this together. You're one of my oldest, dearest friends, and this just makes me so freaking excited. After this call, we have our first team call tonight. So like, hey, we're so excited. Okay, that's all.
I'm going to do a shout out. Mine are going out to two coaches. One, Clarissa, who keeps continuously like killing it in her second month of coaching. She's at SC27 and the month is not over. She has like stepped into this role like a boss, like literally. And when I tell her like, you're doing all of this, and she's like, what do you mean? And it's just remarkable to see. And to my coach, Danielle, she is like tiptoed into this coaching, and she wasn't sure about it, but she got into Autumn's test group and she killed it with a great transformation. And she did her first video. She's been posting on Instagram. So I just know that eventually like she's going to be doing this. So yeah, Danielle, I just want to shout you out because you've been doing amazing.
I'll go. Monica Knowles, one of my coaches, I have seen you work harder this week, and I am so proud of you. Monica put her foot on the pedal and is ending the week at 8 coaches, guys. She is seconds away from Diamond. So Monica, I am so proud of you. I know you are going to do this, and I am so impressed with your grit and determination this week. So, and like Jen Milk said, the night is still young. It is not over until it's over. And yeah, there is still time to do this. And I'm so proud of you, Monica. Keep up the momentum. It is just the beginning. I'd also like to welcome my new coach, Sharon Petchke, to Team Impact and to the Sisterhood. Sharon has been a member of Team Impact for about the past year, absolutely killing her journey in our group. And she actually approached me. Something tugged at her heartstrings, and she said, I think I might want to try this coaching thing. And she is diving into her May mentorship and wants to get on the calls right away. And she is just ready to learn. And I am so honored to have you here, Sharon. So welcome.
All right, I'm going to jump in. Ladies, just witnessing all these shout outs gives me goosebumps. I'm so fired up and so excited for all of you. I want to shout out a few of my coaches, the first being Miss Ange McDonald. I see how hard you're working. I know how close you are to Diamond. I know that you're putting your heart and soul into everything that you do, and I want to applaud you with how real you are on Instagram, how raw you are, and it's so admirable. So we're going to do this together, and I'm just so happy that you're here. And Miss Kate Shear, Kate, you have been on an emotional journey, and I know it's not a secret, but I'm telling you, I feel like you have rounded a corner and become like better and stronger than ever before. I'm really, really excited to see what the future has in store, and your community is on fire. It's insane the engagement that you get. It's just like lit up, and it just goes to show how incredible you are as a coach. And my girl Leanne actually used to coach under a different upline, and she transferred over to me, which is so flattering, and I'm just like honored to have her as part of our all-in coach team. She's going to do incredible things. And last but not least, Miss Jen Milks. Jen deserves the biggest shout out of all. She's everyone's cheerleader. She knows exactly what to say and how to say it, and really moves mountains in all of our lives. We love you.
I'm gonna go. This is my first ever shout out. I wanted to shout out my coach Jules. She is 2 weeks in her coaching journey, and she signed her first working coach. So I just wanted to say I'm so proud of you, and I love you so much, and thank you so much for coming on this journey with me.
Amazing, guys. I love the brand new shout outs and women speaking up for the first time. I remember that feeling, and it's just so cool to see. Anybody else?
I'll say one more thing. He's not my coach, but I've got to shout out Eric. You posted your dance videos the other day on Instagram and you tagged me in them, and I have never been so proud in all of my life. I don't even know who your coach is, but I saw that and I was like, that is ballsy. Like,
damn, where's my tag?
You're a dude in the Sisterhood and you're posting dance videos. Like, I don't know who you are, but that is super cool. So good job, buddy. That was really fun to see. That's really stepping up.
That's amazing, Erin. Thank you for saying that. And congrats, Eric. I agree. Erin is speaking on the Crush Nation Sneak Peek tonight, so she's going to be hopping on the call just in a couple of minutes. But I wanted, on behalf of Erin, to shout out me, Lynn. Your 1-star qual officially ends tomorrow. You did it. You are going to NLC in Las Vegas, baby, and it's just so cool. You're a rock star. Like, from the second you were a challenger, we were talking behind your back at how incredible of a coach you would be. And to see you come in, you're a huge leader on this team. Fire and Freedom is a massive community. Like, everything about what you do. Every time you speak to our team, you share your organization, it just blows us away. Like, I'm so proud of you. This is long overdue. So congrats, Milan. And one more shout out from Erin to Koo, but these are my words. Erin told me to, but she didn't tell me what to say. Koo busted her butt this week, guys, to get her diamond back. Sometimes when you hit a qual and coaches decide they don't want to do it anymore, you got to find new coaches and rebuild. And Koo has busted her butt to rebuild, and she is locking in diamond tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last week to start qual for the retreat, so it wouldn't have been the same without you anyway. Yeah, girl, so proud of you. We see you. And I wanted to also shout out Sue Emons for hitting Emerald this week. She has been plugging away and she is opening her own community, and I'm really, really proud of you, Sue. She keeps like making fun of herself and saying that she's the old girl, and then she told me she was 42. I'm like, pretty sure that's the average age around here. Like, she's just incredible and really putting herself out there on social. So congrats to you, Sue. And then I also wanted to shout out both Rachel and Andrea, Rachel Lauer and Andrea Young, for record Success Club months. I think Danica also had a record Success Club month. A lot of women have. So if I missed anybody, I apologize. I'll get to board up, and it's just incredible to see you guys all rising. But yeah, so let's dive into tonight. There's a lot to talk about. I want to just really take as long as we need to talk about the codes. So they announced that the CEO code is back at midnight tonight. Everyone who is an active coach, or no, everyone who is enrolled as a coach, it doesn't matter if you're active or not. So if you have DCs or inactive, everybody is going to receive a promo code tonight. And as we saw with the coach launch, like, some people decided to really use that and rank advance and move their business forward, and some people kind of stalled, and that's okay too, right? It's all learning. I've stalled in some launches and really excelled in others, and that's why we're here, stronger together. So I want to talk a little bit about best practices tonight, and I think Erin and maybe Gabby are going to share with us. So Erin, if you wanted to go first and just talk about sort of best practices, how to use the code, what your game plan is, I think that would be super valuable.
Yeah, awesome. So I'll just start by saying when we got the codes last time, I was sitting with no prospects. And then I'm having like a massive SC month this month because of the way that I use the codes. So it's a huge opportunity. So the first thing that I did, and I think we can all agree, probably everybody did this, was I reached out to my discount coaches. What I didn't do though was just come into their inbox and be like, hey, you're getting a code, can I have it? Because if you've ever heard me talk before on any of the calls, you'll know that I'm extremely connection driven. And in any of the personal development you do, you'll know that you need to like touch somebody's heart before you can ask for a handout. So little tip, don't do that. Like if we're so focused on building connections and we're so focused on, community. So my suggestion to you, and something that worked beautifully for me, is to reconnect with your discount coaches. Even if you talk to them on the daily, maybe you're somebody who only has like 2 or 3, that's great. Get into their inbox, ask how they're doing, strike up a conversation. Don't be weird and just ask for a code, like ask how they're doing. Through doing that, I found out that one of my DCs who could not become pregnant naturally, conceived by getting in shape through these programs and using the products and following the nutrition. We had like the deepest conversation. It filled my cup to know that she credits this conception to these programs. Like it was insane, this conversation that we had. I found out another one of my DCs is going through a divorce, and so that's why she's kind of fallen off. And so like it really gave me the opportunity to jump back in and support these women. And that's what this is all about. So first and foremost, get in their inbox and make a connection before you ask for the handout. And then my next thing that I did was I offered them the chance to use it. I said, like, you're going to be getting these codes. It's such an amazing opportunity. Obviously, you've enrolled, so you know what a great discount this is. Is there anybody that you can think of who would want to join you? And we actually had 2 women join our community as coaches and onboard coaches themselves by offering them the opportunity to use it. So don't be greedy with your SC points. I know that it's tempting to hoard those codes for yourself, but offer them the opportunity. It's such an amazing way to onboard coaches and to also just open the conversation about becoming a coach with these people. So that was the next thing that we did. And then if they said no, I said, like, I work primarily with new moms. That's my niche. I'm working with moms with babies. I have a roster of moms on mat leave, and I was not scared to say, like, these women are on mat leave. They're obviously on a limited budget. If there's any way that you wouldn't mind passing that along to me, I have so many women who could benefit from it. And these people were really happy to be able to help. So, like, let them know who they're helping, because everybody wants to feel good about themselves, right? Everybody wants to know who they're benefiting. So tell them who that code's going to. I think that just, like, in a time when so much is like, just like really builds people up and makes people feel good about themselves. And it certainly did for so many people to be like, I'm really grateful for the opportunity to share this code with a mom on mat leave who can join our community and use it. So like I said, I had 0 prospects. I'd signed up a bunch of people. I was at SC, but I kind of stalled because I was spending so much time getting in the inboxes of all of these discount coaches and chatting away. So I all of a sudden had like 15 codes and nobody to use it on. And so I hit the books and I got to work, and I went back to all of my, I'm still like, this is where I do my business. I'm not digital yet, guys. I'm not with the times. So I flipped back through all of my roster of people who have told me no, what their objection was. I hit up the ones first who gave me the money objection. I went back through all of our free groups and looked at all of the people who didn't join me. I got back into their inbox. Once again, I wasn't weird. I asked them how they're doing, how they're surviving through COVID. And then I told them about the opportunity. And before I knew it, I had gone through all of the 15 codes, and I was asking our coach community for more codes because I had all of these people who all of a sudden wanted to jump on the opportunity to join us. So just remember, if it was a no, that's just a no for now. It's not a no necessarily in the future. So circle back to all of your people who have told you no, all of the people who have ghosted you. I love to drop that Kim Kardashian stalker gif or whatever it's called, where she's creeping on somebody, and I'm like, it's just your friendly neighborhood fitness junkie creeping back into your inbox. And like, just be cute about it, right? Like, you're not annoying, you're just coming back to tell them about something that is literally an amazing opportunity. So just by following those few little practices, like I said, I got through all my codes. I think I'm at SC 40 and finishing the month strong.
That's incredible. I think that, and it's honestly also it's intimidating. Like I don't like always connect in the best way like that, like Aaron G connect, right? And it's okay if you haven't either. Like don't feel like, I didn't do that. Like these are amazing lessons to be like, okay, maybe I should approach the conversation that way, right? So valuable. Thank you, Aaron. And Gabby, did you want to add anything? Did you want to fill in any gaps?
Well, I could add maybe the perspective of someone who's maybe just kind of tiptoed and decided to go for this. So I really wanted to hit diamond, and I'm been struggling with self-sabotage for a long time. And with the help of Mylène and those codes, we hunkered down and talked strategy. And I have to be honest, like it was getting out of my own way and trying to talk about, I did a bit what Erin did. I went back into people that had maybe said no before for maybe health reasons or for price, because there was two things going our way for Let's Get Up. Is I think it is for everyone. And if you don't think it's for everyone, please change your mind, because I think it's for your mom. It's for the person that has knee issues. It's for the person that maybe hasn't moved in a really long time, because you are standing up in that program the whole time. So I think that's huge. It's for everyone. People who are trying to find joy. That's how I've placed it. And I think that for me, if you haven't done that, for me, that's what changed the game. I found a new niche of people. Like I hadn't reached out to moms in the school community where my girls are at. And I decided to do that, and it kind of blew up. So if you have people you've been scared to reach out to, like do it. Like I basically worded it as there's this really cool program coming out. It's Let's Get Up. It's a dance conditioning program. I don't dance, but I need joy in my life right now, because COVID has been so hard and it's so heavy in the province right now. I'm in Ontario. It's so heavy in the province right now. Let's dance together. Let's lift each other up for 30 days and just do this and have fun. And the response that I got from this was just incredible. So basically go for the people that you didn't think would go for it, because I think that they will. You'd be surprised. And then second is, like go for the people that have given you a financial no before, because this is the best deal they're ever going to get. And that's what I'd like to say. And just don't be scared, because I used to be scared to send those scary invites and just press send and do it. And those codes are a game changer. Like, and I can't wait to get those codes, because for me, the last thing I wanted to say was it's really good to kill a launch right now like this and be able to get your DCs, but then the scary part is keeping it. And that's what I'm working on, right? I need to keep this momentum going. And Mylène and I have started an all-in group, and again, the response has been super positive. People need this right now, and I think that with the codes that we're getting right now, I'm going to be able to help getting some more people wanting to go all in for 5 or 6 weeks and help women, but then help yourself try to get through your qual and keep your people and help become working coaches. That's all I got to say.
Thank you, Gabby. Yeah, I love that. That's a lot about what we're talking about tonight is like, okay, so for some of you guys, you advanced your business, you might have gone Emerald or Diamond or Ruby or 1-star, and it's like, now what, right? And really focusing on growth in your business instead of holding a qual. It's really like, it's time to grow. But one last thing that I'll mention just on the codes before we move forward, and Andrea Young gave me this tip. She's talking tomorrow, guys, our coach live at noon. And she really like is really smart about the business at such an early coach stage. Like she's only been coaching 2 months, but she's constantly thinking of ways that to best enroll her client or to switch someone over to a coach. Like she's always thinking of really sort of unique ways that match her customers' needs. So don't miss that tomorrow. But she said tonight, like one of her brand new coaches, she's like, I messaged her today and I said, sign up your husband before tonight, because then you'll get another code from him. Because anybody that is a coach before midnight tonight is going to get one of these codes, right? So if there's anybody here that's like been waiting to sign up their spouse, or that's been waiting, you know, to go Emerald or whatever, like sign that person up today, like now, right after this call, or during this call, and you'll get an extra code tomorrow. I think the biggest thing that I take away from Gabby, and what so many other women in the sisterhood have done this past like couple weeks, is like, use this opportunity. Like, use this. Like, I started an Excel today of like, so that I can write all my codes down and then write who's going to use them. Like, and if you are a brand new coach and you're like, all my codes, I only have one. Okay. Enroll your spouse. Now you have two. If it's between you enrolling someone to go Emerald or to go Diamond and you don't have a code, get in Coach Corner, get in your coach chat, message your coach, message me. Like, we are here in this together, and it's #NoCodeLeftBehind. So if you want to advance your business and you didn't last week with the coach launch, this is absolutely a second chance to do that. Yeah, and you don't have to dance. Like, if people are enrolling and they're like, I don't want to do that program because the codes need to be used on the Let's Get Up challenge pack or completion pack, they can do whatever program they want. They get access to all the programs. So don't forget to reiterate that when you're talking to people. So tonight we're really talking about, we want to be tactical. We're going to talk about action in a little bit on how to, you know, help those DCs either turn into Beachbody believers that stick around forever, or turn into working coaches. Because I think that's really important for where we're all at right now. If everybody's enrolled a ton of new DCs and you're like, oh, they're just going to cancel, or maybe you were super insecure about the products and you basically told them that they could cancel in 3 weeks, right? I know there's a ton of you out there that were like, just enroll for the early access and then you can cancel, right? Did you say that? Okay. Time to change your tune and really give it a good, solid effort to keep them around, to show them the value in this, right? So we're going to talk about that. First, I do just want to talk about a little bit of self-sabotage and comparison, because I know that there's probably also some women on here on this team that maybe didn't do anything with the launch last week, that didn't rank advance, that we're looking at the rest of the team being like, oh man, like, you know, I can't do this. I really shit the bed. Like, whatever you're telling yourself, whatever the story is in your head. And Erin said this before, and we say it all the time, like again and again and again, this type of self-sabotage is so real, but it also leads to inaction. And the only thing that is going to help you and help you feel better is if you take action. So I really encourage you to, if you were having a little bit of a pity party last week, to just get like that joie de vivre about this freaking program and these codes, get a plan, pull out Excel, tell your coach what your goal is. Like, are you going Emerald on Thursday? Are you going pushing for Diamond on Thursday? Maybe you're an Emerald coach and like Diamond's not attainable, but like maybe having 6 coaches would be, you know, or maybe with the customer launch, you know, hitting SC20 for the first time is, right? If you are willing to put the self-sabotage behind and just set a goal. So what if you don't make the goal, but what if you do, right? So I want to make sure that every woman on this call knows that you're equally capable to do this as anybody else. And I dare you all to set some goals. When we, like last week, when everybody hit like all the big goals and everything, and like a ton of my coaches hit incredible goals, and I, you know, moved my second CBC into a new qual, and like so many amazing things happened. But there was one specific goal of mine that I had that I didn't hit. And I felt shit about it. Like, I woke up the next day and I just had like a pit in my stomach. I was kind of down and feeling a little bit low. And I just was sort of sitting in that feeling. And then I pulled out my gratitude journal to think of like the 5 things that I'm grateful for. And I was like, wow, like I feel down when 11 new diamonds were hit in the sisterhood. I had a massive pay week, dozens of freaking diamonds, 570 new coach, like, you know. So I'm telling you this to let you know you're not alone. Like, we all want to hit every single goal we set out, right? But that's not realistic. And even when you succeed, if you feel like it wasn't enough or you missed that one thing, like, that's okay too. What that does for me is drive me to push it next time. I, in this business, have so, we talk about the coach coaster, like, I have like 2 great days and a horrible, 2 great days and a horrible, right? But it's those great days that keep me coming back. So if you are feeling like crap about something, use that as fire, as motivation to come back up and to do it. Yeah, even those you compare yourself are also comparing themselves to others. Absolutely. I also want to remind you, it took me 6 months to get to diamond, and it took Erin 10 months to get to diamond. My first 2 working coaches were Jennifer Milks and Erin Yakubuski, and I think they didn't sign up until I had been coaching like 4 or 5 months. So I didn't have a working coach for 4 or 5 months in this business. And when you join a team that's this big, sometimes it's really easy to be like, oh my God, like, I don't have any working coaches. Nobody's ever going to join me. I can't find any working coaches. Like, get out of your damn head and keep showing up and keep doing the things. The only way to find new coaches is to make your journey your job, be authentic in your offering, try to add value that's unique to you, be vulnerable enough to invite specifically to the woman who you're looking for, get her in your group and get her results. That's the only way. So if you haven't been doing a lot of that, you're a couple months behind, right? When I go through a low time in my motivation, because we're never always at our best, right? I feel that a couple months down the line. So if you've been in a low point, give yourself some grace. You probably won't have any coaches in May because you've been feeling down about yourself. You haven't been sending the invites or doing all the things, right? But you could be sending invites and getting a couple challengers in, and June could look a little bit better, right? So make sure that instead of staying on the self-sabotage train, you're looking down at your paper, at your goals, at what you have achieved, at what this community is doing for your life, at what these programs are doing for your life, and set a new set a new goal. Okay, let's talk about action. Let's talk about like what we can do to keep these DCs, turn them into Beachbody believers, and kick ass in our businesses. I'm going to pass it over to Erin.
Hey guys, so excited to be here tonight. So excited to see you all. So excited about the codes. Like, honestly, so excited about the codes. Last week, it was like such a surprise. Last week, we saw so much momentum, guys. And this is like the worst thing about like a big, huge wave of momentum is then there's nothing. But this is like the second wave, like such a freaking gift. I want to say first and foremost, if you haven't started this launch, you're not late. Like literally, you're not late. It's not even available till Monday. If you haven't even sent a message to anybody, you haven't posted anything, you are not too late to kill this. But for those of you who did sign up some discount coaches last week, this is your massive chance to engage them, to get them on board. We were doing the test group for Let's Get Up. You know, to be honest, I wasn't even gonna do a test group. Courtney and I were like, you know, test groups are only if you wanna add a bunch of discount coaches, like we don't need to do that. And then Sophie and I were talking and I was like, okay, we'll do one. It's been such a huge success. Like people are so excited in it. They're loving the program, they're engaging, they're connecting. So I went out to those who were really engaging. I went to them yesterday and I was like, how are you loving the group? Exactly what Erin said, like engage first. How are you loving the group? I'm so excited to have you in it. What's your reaction so far? We talked back and forth. And then I said, I'm so excited for the rest of the Sisterhood to start it on Monday. Now that you're actually signed up as a coach, you can actually add people as well. Like you could have some friends to join up as well. And it's an opportunity. Some of them ghosted me. Don't be fooled by this. It's not like this was like instant win. Some ghosted the question and avoided it. And others were like, actually, I've been talking about it. I think some friends might be interested. Actually, I think I know somebody who could use this. And it is a seed planted to saying like, you can be inspiring too. You can pass this on too. You can be part of the ripple effect of joy as well. It's not just me. It's not just the other coaches. Like, you too can spread joy. And it's a really amazing, so I did that yesterday. You guys could do that now, just as a touch point, as a thanks for engaging, thanks for being part of this. Like, and then tomorrow, it's such a win. You can go to these people and be like, oh my God, now you can give $40 to $46 off to your bestie to do this. It's a massive opportunity to get those people who, I love Court's new term, who are coach curious, to actually start taking sub-coach actions and to see, yeah, okay, I kind of like this. Yeah, okay, it feels good to help other people. Yeah, okay, I like having the accountability of my bestie. A lot of people who join us are joining and maybe don't really know everybody else in the community. Guys, let's be real. This is so much more fun when you have one of your best friends doing it with you. Like, trust me, it's better. It's way better accountability when it's people you actually know. So if those people who've joined you last week, if you're worried, like Gabby, what you said, like that pressure of holding, the pressure of maintaining the new rank you have, like, this is your massive opportunity to engage those discount coaches or those people who just signed up for the discount to really see what this is about. Guys, this community we have here, these 90 of us on this call, like, this is the sisterhood. This is what people really need. Okay, so that's last week. I really want us to focus on the client launch, because no matter where you were at last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever, no matter what happened with you for the coach launch, this launch is still, like, we're still in the beginning. Everything is coming next week. And if you were sitting there feeling like, I don't have any discount coaches, what you're saying isn't speaking to me. I don't have any coach prospects. I don't have any working coaches. I'm never going to get to the ranks because nobody's actually working with me. Let's talk about getting freaking working coaches. You want to know how you get people working coaches? Drop it in the chat. How do you think that you're going to find working coaches? I'm not saying anything more until somebody says something. Invite, results, build relationships, get more challengers, conversations by asking, inviting, showing up, connecting. The number one way you are going to get coaches, working coaches, is by getting people results, is by getting people in your groups, seeing them love the community, seeing them love these programs, following the fitness program, showing up every single day, doing the nutrition program, actually drinking the water, actually skipping the treats, actually getting results, actually feeling transformed, so much so that they want to spread the word. If you have people coming in and just doing the dance workouts and having fun, and they're like, yeah, okay, this is great, but they're not maybe having a smile transformation like Marianne had, or they're not transforming in some sort of way, they're not going to feel as compelled to want to share it. That's how you find coaches, by bringing people in and helping them get results to the point where they feel so compelled. Like, look, Erin G, she lost, 60 pounds. She's like, I can't help but scream this from the rooftops. This is the best thing that ever fucking happened to me, and everybody needs to know. That is how you're going to get a great coach. Because somebody coming in who's just like, you know what, we're broke, we have no money, and like, you guys seem to be doing good, I can make money from this, they're not going to be successful. People are successful in this because their passion oozes, because their smile transformed, because they changed their fucking life, and people are like, I want what you have. If you don't have working coaches, you need to focus on the people you have and get them damn results. That's what this business is. It's about changing people's lives, getting them results. And we have this massive opportunity, new program, new chance. I did you guys all know I'm testing out a wellness program. It's amazing. And I shared my first month results. And to be honest, I really got those results in 3 weeks, because the first week I just ate regularly. And then 1 weekend I started following the nutrition program. Like, truly. If you aren't going all in with your challengers, with your community, with your people, both fitness and nutrition, then you're missing the total solution, and you are missing people getting massive results. Erin G wouldn't have lost 60 pounds without Ultimate Portion Fix. Same with Milen. Same with anybody who's had massive results from this, whether it's UBF or 2B Mindset. You do not get massive results unless you're going in on both. And I can speak to that firmly from the last 3 weeks. It was like massive change just from seriously following the nutrition plan. If you want working coaches, you need to go all in on this launch and all in with your people. Set up a chat pod. Give them accountability partners. Like, start talking about sharing your meals. Courtney's been doing this group with All In where they've been sharing every single one of their meals. It like increases accountability. It increases questions because they share a meal and then Courtney's like, hey, what's that? What's that there? And they're like, what do you mean, my white tortilla? And she's like, yeah, that's not on the plan. Unless you are actually doing these things, you're not giving them the chance to go all in on these programs. And if you really want this business, to be honest, you're hurting yourself. You're kicking yourself in the foot because you're not giving the people the total solution and they're not going to feel transformed. If you want working coaches, you need to get people to fall in love with this, become Beachbody believers, and change their freaking life. Okay? It is, if you have, Courtney, you look like you want to interrupt me.
No, just leaning in, just loving what you're saying.
If you feel like you have nobody there right now, awesome. Awesome. Start going through your challengers, the people you have, and see who needs this. Because just like what Gabby said, people want accountability. They signed up with you because they can't do it alone. They want accountability. They want to be held accountable. They want to go all in on things. They want to feel better. So reach out and say, hey, I'm starting a chat pod. We're going to go all in on these programs. We're going to learn them together. You don't need to be the expert. We're going to learn them together. We're going to go through this together. Are you in with me? Do you want to do this with me? If you feel like you don't have coach prospects, it's because that bench of people going through the programs, people going through it all, isn't deep enough, isn't dense enough. You need to continuously bring people in and get them that experience, get them going through the programs. But like, you don't lose 60 pounds in 3 weeks. You don't necessarily feel transformed necessarily after 2 weeks, whatever. That whole process, what we coined the vital process of a challenger coming in, challenger doing the programs, a challenger getting results, a challenger feeling so compelled they want to share with everybody else, and then them becoming a coach, that process takes time. And throughout that process, you have to be the patient one to wait for them to catch up to where you're at. And all the while, you've got to show up every day and show them what's possible. Show them what's on the other side. Show them that they can. Let them know that you believe in them. Like, people need to feel as though other people believe in them before sometimes they believe in themselves. So that's what you're there for. You're there to cheer them on, to do it together, to show them that you believe. I'm excited because we have a massive opportunity right now to really change people's lives. It's been said a million times. Everybody needs this program right now. Everybody needs this. So be the beacon of light and share it with them. But don't just drop them into somebody else's community. That's just literally like throwing somebody somewhere and walking away. Up your accountability. Create the chat pod. Set up accountability partners. Check in with your people on the regular. Tag them in your stories. Like, let them know you are there. Start to be the coach that helps them change their life. And I guarantee you will get working coaches. But working coaches the working coaches you want are the ones who are so passionate about it that they don't feel like they're selling. And you're only getting that by people who love this. So help people fall in love with it. That's all I got. I'm so excited. Court, do you want to add anything?
I'll just touch on Amanda Flores was saying, like, she's all in, she's got codes, she just needs to get past sending info after following. I think that, and I don't know what you're saying to these people, but I think for a lot of new coaches, we're so quick to send a link, so quick to just like say, like, tell them the price, or like, I've had some coaches tell me that, like, when someone said they were interested, they sent a share a cart, like, too soon. too soon, you know? Why do they want to do it? What do they need in their life? What are they struggling with? How's their nutrition? And I was guilty of this when I first started as well. It took me a really long, because I was so excited when someone said they were interested, right? It was like, yeah, yeah, you know, and you just want to like verbal diarrhea, all the things in their DMs, but it's not effective. You know, you really need to take time to figure out what that person needs in their life so that you can offer them that solution. And sometimes it even comes down to like, you know, Shakeology or Performance Pack. Like when you're asking someone that, like, do they even know what those two things are or what the difference between the two of them is? I very rarely ask somebody if they want Shakeology or Performance Pack. I ask them how their nutrition is. I ask them how their energy is, right? And I recommend something based on what they said they need. It's way more, and even, you know, even if they ghost you after you've determined it and after, you know, all these things, like that's okay. Those people are going to come around, and it really is just about your consistency. I have had people come around after 3 years, I promise you, you know? And honestly, tonight, I even thought about our consistency. Like, I remember in, I think it was probably last year. So I was in like year 2 of coaching, and I still was like struggling. Like, I struggle with consistency. Like, a lot of you might not think that because I show up every freaking day, but it's effort for me. Like, that's been a struggle for me. And that was like my word of the year was consistency, right? Because I've really turned a corner and it's a little bit more effortless for me. And I'm getting there, right? I've let go of a lot of the demons that were holding me back. But I remember early in my second year of coaching, I said something was going on. And I think I was like depressed and in an emotional / drug hangover. And I said to Erin, I'm like, let's cancel the team call. Like, we got this, we got that. Like, we'll do it. And she's like, we're not canceling. Like, we're doing it every week. And she really held me accountable to it. And I felt like such a loser for saying that I wanted to cancel and saying that, like, you know, because her level of consistency was like, what are you talking about? Like, we're never canceling, you know? And I was like, yeah, you're right. Like, and it was a real gut check for me. But I thought about that again tonight. Like, it's Josh's birthday. Ainsley has BMX. So, and I wanted to kill my children today, like was close to actually doing it. So Josh went to the BMX track with both my kids on his birthday. And I was really thinking about that. I'm like, man, old me would have canceled this call. Old me would have been like, can't do it tonight, guys. You know, husband's birthday, got to go do this, got to go do that. Consistency is figuring out your priorities and making sure that you can show up in your life. It's not about putting other things aside. I'm still showing up in my marriage and in parenthood and in all the other areas of my life, but I'm making sure I'm prioritizing it so that this is a priority to me. Because if you want to build a team, if you want working coaches, if you want these women to be Beachbody believers, you need to show consistency in this, and you need to show how it's changing your life. I don't think anybody could look at me and say that this hasn't changed my life. That's pretty freaking clear, right? And so when I'm inviting, when I'm telling somebody about the total solution, I believe that to my core because I've used the total solution to change my life. So sometimes as a new coach, you just need a little bit more momentum, consistency, belief in the products, keep drinking the shakes, you know, all those things. Erin, headbanger. Yeah. I want to make sure that everybody feels good about going forward. Does anybody have any questions about the codes? Like, no question is a bad question. There probably is some. I'm just being nice, but ask it anyway. I want to make sure everybody feels really good. Or questions about anything else, guys. We have 9 minutes if anybody wants to share or ask questions. I know there's like 4, 5, 6 women in the downline who could go diamond like that. So I think Thursday is going to be another big day. Is it just challenge packs or completion packs? Yes. So the codes can only be used on a Let's Get Up challenge pack or completion pack. So like the Let's Get Up completion pack, it's $130 US. That makes it $90. Or $110 to for a challenge pack. Like, it's such a good deal. Yeah, there's so many people that could.
I'll just add, Courtney drafted up some emails that I think I shared with my team. I ended up sending out emails. I looked in the back office. If you guys go under subscriptions, if you guys haven't played around with that yet, it's so cool. Take some time, go into your subscriptions, and like you drag BOD into active subscriptions. Then go and see, not under it.
Should I show them?
Automatically goes to coaches. Yeah, why don't we show? And you can see whose subscriptions are coming up. And I sent an email to all the people whose subscriptions are coming up in the next 2 months saying this is the best deal to renew now. So maybe you don't have a lot of coaches yet. If you're newer, you haven't been around a month, or around a year. But if you have been around for more than a year, it is a massive opportunity to really reach into all those people who have renewals coming up, to get this opportunity, and to let them know you're going to have discount codes.
Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so, and this is so good, guys. Like, you should have a little note in your calendar for the last couple days of the month to go in and do this. I do this every month. So if you go to Monitor My Business and then subscription orders, and just have an email that's like a copy paste that you can sort of send to people. And then I always try to add something at the top, like maybe I've talked to them recently, and, you know, like add something personal at the top if that's relevant. But I actually also send this to my leads. And I had 2 people respond to me today that were Beachbody leads that want to use a code and upgrade their pack. Okay, so I've dragged BOD down into this active subscription because I want to see whose BOD leads are expiring. It always defaults to coaches, so make sure you go over to customers. And now I'm going to see who of my customers is coming up for renewal. And then I have to just click on the date so that it shows me the ones coming up next. Okay, so Adrienne Rush, literally click on her email, brings up my, I think I didn't share that, but it brings up my email, and it's sending her an email. And then I just copy and paste, like, hey, hold on, well, I actually shared it in Coach Corner. Hey, I see your renewal is coming up at this date, and these are your options. So I shared those email examples in Coach Corner, but that's how you do it. And just go down the list. This person's a 3 month, so I would edit it a little bit and be like, your renewal for 3 months is coming up for this amount, or you can upgrade to this, right? Just keep going down the list. Yeah. Does this get added to their existing membership, or does the 12 months start upon the time? So they need to go into, once they say, yes, I want to do this, they need to go into teambeachbody.com, my orders, and cancel their upcoming renewal so that you can go in and send them a new share a cart for this challenge pack. If they have an active Beachbody On Demand subscription, you can't send them a Beachbody On Demand challenge pack, right? So they need to cancel that. And we have a couple graphics that like show them how they can do it, but it's really self-explanatory if they go to teambeachbody.com. If somebody has already signed as a DC, i.e. with Control Freak, but then canceled coach account, do they have to pay the $50 fee to become a DC again, or can they still get the fee reimbursed? The easiest way is to just purchase a completion pack so that the fee is waived out the gate. If the fee was waived before when they signed as a DC, then I don't believe they'll get it waived again. It might go through in error. Gabby, do you know something different that I don't know?
Yeah, so I had that experience with a coach. She had signed up as a DC for 9-week Control Freak, then got rid of the discount coach, but then decided to get into my all-in group and bought a completion pack, and she didn't have a fee again. So if you buy with the completion pack or a challenge pack, I think the fee always gets waived from my experience anyway.
Yeah.
But then if you only get something else in a pack, then you won't get it waived.
Yeah, the fee is always waived if you purchase a completion or challenge. Doesn't matter how many times you've been a coach, but I think she was asking, will it be waived as a second time? And I think the answer is no, but if they've already had it like reimbursed before, right? Can you buy digital access if you don't have a year membership? Customer has a 6-month one. Yep. You could do like a 3-month membership and then add on the digital access for sure. It's a waste of money, but you can totally do it. Oh, Milan, you can only get it reimbursed once. Yeah, that's what I thought. But if they did it with Control Freak, they probably had it waived, not reimbursed. So you might be okay there. Yeah, I get you, Kristen. All right, guys. I think it's time to make a plan. Every single one of us should have a new goal. Doesn't need to be massive. It could be, but at least set a goal, right? And share it with your coach. I hope you guys all have a great night. Let's go. No code, hashtag no code left behind.